Good morning, all of you guys. Mahesh,
Good morning, sir.
Tosif, Chandana, Manisha, Rakesh, Chandra, all of you. Very good morning.
Very good morning, sir.
Right. So, as of second demo today, the first 5 to 10 minutes, I would like to be recap yesterday what we had discussed. Then we'll go for how it look like the database, SQL interaction. How can we interact with the database by using SQL part with the different databases we'll see, and variation also, SQL variation between the servers. That is, I would like to be covered in second of the first of all. Yesterday we are discussed. I would like to be recap as yesterday's topic it is. So these are all the concepts we are discussed yesterday before going to learn about SQL part. So what is meant by the data? Data storage, data presence in databases, how the data will be presented in databases, and on-premises and cloud data storage, database providers and vendors, and its complete significance, SQL, importance, why we need to learn this SQL. So how much importance is there for the SQL part? That is we are discussed yesterday. Before going to talk about SQL, before going to learn SQL, first of all, we should know about the data. So if the data is not there, and database we don't require. If database is not there, then we don't require a SQL language. SQL is a language like C, C++, Java, Django, .NET, Python, or same like. So to interact with the database, anything else, if I want to say, or if I want to order the database, then which language we require? Pure, we required a SQL language we required. SQL is a language to speak with your databases. Several databases are available nowadays. So these are all databases or familiar databases. See here, these are all databases are very familiar. Once if you are entered into the enterprise, so then we can see maybe a SQL server or a Oracle or a Snowflake, DB2, Netajo, Informix. Just like is our bikes and cars. So many bikes and so many cars are available. So all people are not going to be purchase the same bike. All people are not going to be purchase the same car. Car functionality and bike functionality is same. We can travel one place to other place, but feature, complete features will vary. Same way here also. Different databases are there. These are all our tools. All are tools only. Whatever tool we want, we can purchase the license from the corporation and we can store our data, whatever data it is, or either it is your business data or employee data. What data you want to be maintained, that data then we can store in database. Along with the product, yes, database is a tool. Along with the tool, they are providing some sort of features. So security, load, extraction, data transformation from one place to other place. And we can maintain the data securely, years and years and years. And Hadoop data, or else huge volumes of data, trillions and trillions of records. We can manage, we can maintain, we can load, we can extract in same place. In one place, we can organize years and years of data, then we can organize it. That is what the most probably the enterprises or clients or business holders are coming for the database to store their data. Nowadays, all business 90%, 80 to 90% of throughout the world, every data is dependent on databases, government data or private data, whatever it is. As for example, Aadhaar card, must and should they need to store somewhere else complete Aadhaar card information. How many Aadhaar cards? 109 crore of Aadhaar cards. 109 crore for each and every person, one record. Means, so one information, they need to be loaded. Why they need to load? Yes, how many Aadhaar cards or how many people are staying in a country? They want to know based on Aadhaar, easily they can identify. If they are not storing this information anywhere else, so obviously identification replication will happen. Identification duplication will happen. As one person can take hundreds of Aadhaar cards. And with that hundreds of Aadhaar cards, they can do it intentionally, illegal activities. Must and should. They need to be stored. Today, if we are created Aadhaar, if I created Aadhaar today, yes, tomorrow if I want to change or if I want to see my Aadhaar, yes, the government needs to be submit this to the people. So that is what storage is required. But 109 crore of Aadhaar cards, if we want to store, file systems are not possible. See here, all file systems are not possible. Two different areas are there to store our data according to the system we are talking, not external devices. According to the system, two different systems are there to store our data in mission securely. If our mission is secure, then our data is also secure. So in file systems also we can store our data, but not huge volumes. Hadoop data, then we can't control it. And relations also, then we can't establish in files. That is what they are implemented database. Just consider database is a tool for what? For to organize the data, for to store data. Not only the storage here in database level, lot of advantages, lot of things, then we can do it. Security we can provide, data transfers we can provide, data analysis we can provide. So a lot of things then we can do it on data level easily. That is what they are implemented databases. So then the second question is why we need to learn SQL part. See this one. Okay, fine, bus database is there. and we are storing data in any way. Data we are going to be managed in databases. Then why we need to learn this SQL, structured query language, means yes, anything else if we want to say, or if we want to speak with the engine or with a database, with a tool, then we require SQL is required. So if I don't know Telugu or if I don't know English, and if you don't know English, then we can't communicate both. Some communication language we require. Then only then we can understood what I am saying and what you are saying. So that is what SQL is introduced in 1970s by the IBM Corporation. Initially, they call it as a SQL. Then after then it is included in ANSI standards, American National Standard Institution. Any database, if we want to interact, must and should, we require SQL. For example, once we are entered into the enterprise, take it is a insurance organization. It is an insurance organization. Or else take a bank. In bank level, different subjects will be there. Accounts, loans, policies, employees, debits, credits, like this. Different transactions will happen. These are all transactions in business level daily, what is going on there. If they want to store, yes, they want to store. For example, take ATM center. Once if you are entered into the ATM center, so there is a machine, but we can't directly speak with the machine. There is an application is there. Application virtual interaction, it is pure, it's not a direct interaction. The website is interacting with us. Direct, we are not interacting with the bank. Application is interacting with us. Yes, we can do it. Virtual transaction, we can do it. So who is the communicator here? Here the communicator is a website is a communicator. Once if we are done the transaction, what happened? This application will take what we did on that application. It is going to be stored in backend level. What we require, if you want to store this 10,000, we are going to be withdraw here. After withdraw, this 10,000 needs to be deducted from the account. So what happened here? The program is going to be send the request to this database boss, the so-and-so account, so-and-so person, so-and-so ATM center, so-and-so date and time, and so-and-so branch. He withdraw 10,000 and then go and deduct the amount from your data. So this request, if you want to say to this server or a database, then what we required here is SQL is required, pure. Or if you are going to be registered IRCTC or Book My Show or Flipkart or Amazon, all are virtual interactions. If you want to register, after click on the submit button, what happened? Yes, so and so person details are all what you are going to be filled down there in application. Once if you click on submit button, it is going to be sent to the server. It is means load. Yes, I want to load this new person. Today he is coming. Just now he is coming with new details, name, phone number, address, mail ID. These are all are going to be loaded in database level. If you want to load, then what we require? Yes, SQL is required. Database can't understand our languages. So that was the purpose. We are going to learn this SQL part. Or doesn't matter your application, what area we are, or you are a data scientist, application developer, ETL tester, ETL developer, BI developer, BI tester, data analyst, any role it is, must and should, we should interact with the data only. Here we have to be interact with data. If we are application developer, yes, whatever the user is interacting in an application, that is all to be loaded in backend level. That's all to be loaded in backend side. How we can load SQL is required. Why? Because in backend side, they are going to be placed most probably databases only. This was the front end and this was the back end it is. So backend may be a SQL server or a Oracle. So SQL server or Oracle or else Teradata, MySQL, any database. If they are implemented, so once the transaction is completed, it should be load here. How it load? So then this is going to be load. Request will send by the SQL. Request is going to be sent by this SQL language. Then only these are all can understood. Otherwise, it's not. So that we required a SQL part we required here. So this is what we are discussed as today. Today we'll see. Yes, if I want to interact with database, so then what we require, how it is, the SQL queries, how we can write the SQL queries, we'll see. So all of you online guys, please provide your mail IDs and phone numbers today also under chat box. So here, who are coming today? Only today demo, who are attending? No one is there. Very good. Please provide your mails and phone numbers under chat box. I will share with you today's document and today's videos also. Thank you guys. Then we'll see how to interact with database by using SQL. How can we speak SQL with the database? See now, in under my system, two databases are installed. Pure two databases are installed. One is Oracle database. Second one is Microsoft database, SQL server it is. See, two databases I have here. One is SQL server. Second one is Oracle database. Oracle is a corporation and Microsoft is corporation. Microsoft is providing SQL server. Oracle is providing Oracle DB. See here, I have a system. Under the system, so platform is there. Platform means, that is, we call it as a operating system, OS. OS is nothing but operating system it is. It is a platform. operating system is required. See, any tool that is a program it is. Tool means it's a program. It's an algorithm it is. So any tool or your Power BI or a .NET or a Java or else ADF, SSIS, SSRS, anything as a human as a end user, if you want to interact, must and should be placed on system level. It should be placed under the system. Otherwise, then we can't communicate it, even though if it is a tool. Best example is, yes, I purchased a bike, but roads are not available. Then how can we use this one? We can't use it. The why? Because road is required. If you want to travel or if you want to use the bike or a car, roads are available. So road should be available. If road is not there, then how can we use the bike or a car? It's never possible. Same way here also. I purchased the tool Oracle database or Microsoft SQL Server database. So if you want to interact with that Oracle database or SQL Server database, must and should system is required. Under system, operating system is required. Operating system is a platform it is to communicate with all softwares. Otherwise, then we can't communicate it. For example, your phone, Android is not there. Then how can we interact with phone? We can't operate it. That is meant by this OS, operating system. So under operating system, then we can install here number of softwares: Power BI, Oracle, SQL Server. Is based on the capacity, based on the system capacity. Whatever we want, then we can go and we can install it. So here, this one is Power BI desktop. And this one is Excel, SQL Server database. And this is a Oracle. Different tools we are configured in the same machine. If you want to speak with Power BI, then we have to interact with this tool. If you want to speak with Excel, then we have to interact with this. And if we want to communicate with SQL Server and Oracle, same like as a house. House is an empty place. How many rooms you want? Those many rooms then we can construct as for the space. In each and every room, then we can go and we can maintain the objects. Same process here also. Purpose will vary. Room purpose. Excel, different software. Power BI, different software. And database, SQL Server. Yes, this is different and this one is different. All are softwares only. But so feature will vary. Same way SQL Server, Oracle. The same way here in my system, two databases are installed. Two databases. One is Oracle. See this one. This is a Oracle database. It is just like a consider this is a Harley Davidson bike. And one more is there. That is called as Microsoft SQL Server database. So that is, we call it as a Microsoft SQL Server database. It is. So, clear it is showing. SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio to communicate with your SQL Server database. See here. The ones if we are going to be open. So they are providing the tool to interact with your servers. To interact with the servers, graphical user interfaces they are providing. Graphical user interfaces means easy communication. For easy communication, what they are providing? They are providing like this graphical tools they are providing for us. This server is different and this server is different. In general, best example is this one is a Harley Davidson bike and this one is BMW bike. Yes, both are bikes. Here also, both are databases. Whatever you want to use, then use it. Yes, both bikes are available. Which one you want to be used? Yes, then we can use it. But whatever database if we want to use, what we require, SQL is required. Or both bikes. We are providing you two bikes. One is BMW and Harley Davidson. Both if you want to use, what we require, driving is required. That's it. Here also the same way. Two databases are available. Yes, if I want to say something to the database, what we require? SQL is required. That's it. That is the way then we are going to be learned here. SQL part. Once if we know the SQL, then we can speak with any database. Now see how can we interact it. Oracle here. It is one of the container in server level. Open this one. So once if we are going to be open. 1 second. I forgot the password it is. Yeah. Yes, see here now. Yes, it was connected now. This tool is connected to the engine. This tool is connected to the engine, database engine. Which engine it is? Oracle database engine it is. Engine means don't ask me to show the engine. It's not like a bike engine. That's an algorithm it is. Program it is. So now, see, tables, views, index, triggers. So like this, by default, the Oracle is providing for us to be used. Here also, come to here. This is SQL Server database. Microsoft database it is. Microsoft tool it is. Expand the database. And one database, once if we are expanded, here also we can see tables, views, stored procedures, functions. So here also SQL Server, Microsoft is providing for us different features. Yes, according to the tool, according to the product, we'll get the features. Most probably the common features will get. And some sort of additional features also will get in Oracle or else in Microsoft SQL Server level. Then how can we interact now? I want to say something to the server. Then what we require? SQL is required, pure. Table, see, here the tables are there, countries, departments, employees, jobs. So, but it is not our table. Somebody else created. Now I want to see what they are stored in an employee table. Then I want to send the request to the server like this. Select star from employees. So here now, this is my query. Question it is. Complete SQL is query language. We are asking the question. According to the question, then it is going to be provide for the answer. See, this is my request. What we are asking pure here is select from, this was the object, star. Star represents everything, all columns. What I am asking in this query level, boss, already employees object is there with you. Please go and get back complete information from the employees and show me. This was the meaning of this request. But till it was not executed, till we are not sent to the server, then how can we send to the server? Then only the server will respond. Otherwise, it's not going to be respond. Select and see here, there is a run button is there. The once if you click on this run button, the request is going to be sent to the server. Then server immediately it is providing the answer. See here, boss, you are having in this table, the data is presented in a tabular manner, table manner. Then it was presented like this: employee ID, first name, last name. For how many employee details are existed here? Total 107 employees details are there. For all employees, in a formatted way, the information is presented here. Information is loaded here. For each and every employee, employee ID, first name, last name, and email, phone number, hire date, like this, it was loaded. Yes, it is showing. Today, if we are created, or today, if we are loaded, 10 years later also, then we can see this. If it is a secure, after 10 years also, then we can see this one. So this was my request. And this is the server response. Server response it is. We are requesting the server. According to the request, server is executing and server is providing the response, I mean the answer. But see here, now I want to say like this, go and get back. Employees table. Pure English language. Then go and execute this, send this request to the server. What it is saying. So it can't understood. But what you are talking, what you are speaking, I don't know this. Unknown commands, these are all. You are commanding me in a so unknown language. It's not SQL, it's a pure English language. That is what we need to learn. In a grammatical formatted SQL language, we have to be learning to say something to the server, to ask something to the server. Whatever if you want, then pure it should be send a request in a pure SQL command only. Then only then it will respond. Otherwise, it is going to be provide the error message. This was the SQL part. And here also, come to the here, SQL Server Database. It's a Microsoft database it is. Whose database? Pure, it is a Microsoft database. New query to write queries. Here also we require SQL. And now I want to see here, local DB. One room I want to be select. There also we are having tables, employee. But table object name is different. Here we are calling employees. Here we are calling employee. EMP. Command is not going to be valid. Select star from EMP. See here now. Select this. Then go and execute. Simple. This is my request. I'm sending to the server. Execute it. And it is not there here. OLTP. Under this room, we have this employee table. Is it coming or not? Same, see here. Select star from. Same. Here and here. But object is varied. This is a Oracle. In this server, employees is object. In this server, employee EMP is object. So this was the way then we had to be communicate with the servers. Or else, one more request. Boss, I don't want all records. Here it is showing all records. I don't want all records. Who are working on only 30 department or 100 department only? See here now. Select star from employees where condition. I am taking the condition. I don't want all. Where? So department ID equal to 100. What I am saying is go and verify in employees table which department ID, which employees working on 100 department. Only those records I want to see here. See now. Instead of all records, what it is providing for us, only 6 records it is showing. Only just 6 records it is showing here. It's a filtered. Now the data was filtered here purely. Who filters this? Server is filtered. Who filters this? Pure the server was filtered. Same way here also. I want to copy and paste over here. Simple copy, Control C, and then go and paste over here in SQL Server. But employees is not there, employee here. Go and execute it. What this server is providing, same. There is no variation. We are requesting according to the request. Server providing response. Then it's providing the response for us. So this is the way then we had to be communicate with the servers. Not only Oracle and not only SQL Server. All Teradata, MySQL, MongoDB. So all databases, DB2. Once if we know the SQL, then we can speak with any server, any database. Like this, it will happen. So we'll see. And here actually, under databases, 3 different roles. Not only who requires this SQL. So SQL required developers, pure developers. And testers, then database admins. Here we are having different roles actually. Developers, admins, super admins. Here, developers means who are the developers? Application developers means who are experts in C programming, C++, Java, .NET, PHP, Python. All people require database knowledge. And also BI developers. So who are experts in Power BI, SSIS, SSRS, and SSAS? All BI tools, Informatica, ADF, all people require developers knowledge. SQL developer knowledge is required. SQL is required. And data analyst, data scientist, all people required. So SQL knowledge is required. On the top of the developers, admins will be there, database administrators. These people we call it as a database admins. So here, developer role is load data, update data, delete data, extract data, filter the data, report the data. This is all our roles. But admin role is backup and recovery, permissions, grants and revokes, denies. These are all related to the permissions. Security, this is all controlled by the administrators. And on the top of administrator, super admin role will be there in databases, super admins. So these people role is complete component level tool performance. So tool level performance, how the tool is working and how much burden is placing on the server level. Space management, performance, tool level performance, space management. Yes, space is going fill down, or any other space is required, or anything is wasting, or any configuration is failed. Server is not started, server is started. These are all controlled by the super admins. Database developers, admins, super admins. These are all people who will work on databases. Pure SQL developers, application developers, BI developers, admins, super admins, these are all roles will be related to database only. Even though if you are an application Java developer, must and should be required SQL language. Even though if you are a Power BI developer, must and should be required SQL language. Why? Because Power BI, if I want to extract the data, where it is? In database only. From database, we have to be extract to make a report. Or if I am an application developer, yes, you want to be load. So order happened. So once the order happened, all order details we have to be load in database. So these are all roles will be available in databases. So once if you know this SQL part, pure plain as a SQL developer, you are eligible. And so combination means Power BI plus SQL, ADF plus SQL, .NET plus SQL, Java plus SQL. See, even though if you are not mentioned in your resumes, SQL experience, even though 3 years only Power BI you are placed, but they are not going to be considered. They will consider you know SQL, must and should. 3 years you had to interact with the SQL database only. If you are saying I'm a Java developer, yes, they will consider and he have experience in SQL also. Without SQL, there is no Java. Without SQL, without database, there is no .NET. Without the database, there is no ADF. Without database, there is no Power BI. All combinations require SQL. The first questions will raise on SQL only. Yes, Mahesh, please provide your mail ID, phone number. I will share with you yesterday's demo, yesterday's content, today's demo, and today's content also. So this was the way daily the lectures will be continued. See here, tomorrow we have a regular session. My reception will get back to you for further confirmations and all. So they will speak with you about confirmations and all. They will call you and you can speak with them related to this fee details and all. So what we are going to be cover here is, and we are going to be cover here, these are all the topics in pure SQL. See here now, it will take around 30 to 35 hours. Daily 1 hour session. Monday to Friday. And Saturday, optional it is. Depends. But I will give you Saturday's practical document. That is, you have to be practice yourself. So after this course completion, some sort of classes, after some sort of classes, I will give you near real-time project. That is the project, it will take around 20 to 25 hours. Yourself, then you have to do it. I will explain how to do it. Then yourself, then you have to be practice this project. I will help you if you are having any queries. And resume preparations. I will help you on resume preparations only for pure, if you want to apply, only plain SQL developer. Yes, I will give you the sample resumes and I will help you. Or else if you want any combination, Power BI with SQL or Power BI with something, sorry, ADF with SQL like that, then I will help you in resume building also. Then after, once if you are confirmed, then I will give you my personal number. Then you can connect with me at any time for your queries and all. I will explain according to that. Then here in regular session, these are all the topics in detail from end to end will be covered. Programming skills, TSQL, transact SQL part and pure SQL part is going to be covered here. So far is clear all of you guys? Do you have any questions? And one by one, please